Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I can be like, I should stop eating my candy.
No, it's okay. This is the chillest interview you'll probably ever have. It's not even an interview. It's called Chats for ShirleyChats for a reason.
Oh, perfect.
And then if anybody's in the chat, can you just let us know whether or not you can hear us? We're on the speaker's Wi-Fi, so like hopefully it's stable, and hopefully there aren't that many speakers that are like dependent on this Wi-Fi, because we're probably gonna like throttle it.
Oh God.
Well, yeah, because like it's quite.
Hi,
Hello, Dan.
Or maybe this person's name is Dan Ree.
Dan Reeves.
Dan
Hello,
Ree,
Dan Reeves.
yes. It could be a girl, Dan Ree.
Oh, Dan Reed, yes, I like it. I like it. Thank you so much for joining us. Ooh, looks and sounds good. So glad to hear that. Storm Rider. Thank you for joining again. He actually joined us, Nadia and I, when we did the live stream on
Tuesday or something?
Wednesday, maybe. Yeah. We did like an impromptu one, and that was really, really fun. So thank you so much for joining us again. And then, so this is Tracy.
Hi.
Do you want to like intro yourself really quickly? It's like
Sure. Yeah. So let's see. Well, RxJS core team, lead the RxJS learning team, Google developer expert for Web and Angular. We're here at Reactive Amsterdam where I talk about ArcGIS.
Yes. I'm going to interrupt you really
All
quickly
the
to show.
JavaScript.
This is, well, you can't see anything.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. And that's, well, it looks like it's really empty because that's just like the, what do you call that area? Break area.
Yeah.
And then the actual, like, speaker stage is, like, behind that. So,
But there's like 1,200 people here. Both you and I gave talks just a second ago.
Yeah. It feels like a second ago.
People think that we're the same person.
Oh my God, yes. Can we get close? Hello. I think it's because we're like the only two Asian girls in the conference, so everybody's like, Shirley. And then I don't actually know if I've gotten Tracy yet, but apparently you've gotten Shirley twice.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. So I have a question for Waffle Owl.
Okay.
Does the owl waffle?
That is a deep philosophical question. We're gonna wait for your answer. Yeah. And thank you for the hearts. Okay, so on ShirleyChats, there is never a schedule, never an agenda.
Okay.
I have like no set questions for you. It's just like a super casual talk,
Right.
where I just want to get to know you.
Okay. Cool.
It's like a blind date.
Yeah, it's totally fine on the internet.
Oh yeah, and everybody gets to witness.
Yeah. What did Ben just say?
I don't know.
I just saw Ben saying, he said, oh, so this is why my weekly meetings, whatever.
Oh, did you have a meeting with Ben?
Yeah, but that's not why, Ben. Which he's not even listening to this, but it's because I'm at a damn conference.
Oh yeah,
Like, yeah.
That's fair.
We pair every Friday on
Nice.
whatever I want.
Even
amusing.
That is an amazing deal. Yes. Wait,
Yeah.
And Ben Lesh.
Ben Lesh,
and
yes.
he's
Author of
on
RxJS 5 and up, RxJS core team, obviously, and then just joined the Angular core team.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so he's super stoked.
But I just interrupted your introduction
Oh.
of yourself. That we're at Reactive Amsterdam.
Right.
And
Yeah, so let's see. I think for work, what I do is this.media and this.labs. So on the on the media side, we do a lot of really like amazing things related to just JavaScript in general. Help promote the community. We do things like State of JavaScript, where we get all the basically core contributors of different frameworks and libraries together and get them to like give 5-minute updates. And that's awesome because like it's the one place where you can see everybody talking, and it also forces them to listen to each other.
wait, oh, that's really cool. Wait, hold on. Is that like a virtual online event, or is that like
it's online quarterly?
That's
Yeah.
awesome. How did I not know that? Obviously, I don't stalk you enough. Like,
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. I wouldn't mind if you stalked me though.
I'll stalk you
Yeah, I won't block you. You know how that is.
No, I don't actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Wait,
I don't know.
I actually have never blocked anyone on Twitter or anything. I don't think so. Yeah.
I have. Yeah. Sometimes there's just like these weird influxes of like dudes that are just like I love you, I love you. I'm like,
Oh.
I don't know, plug.
That's
Like, it's okay sometimes. Sometimes it's not. But whatever. We digress. This.media is amazing.
Yeah.
This.labs, we do things like open source lobbying or like open source support contracts, which is really cool.
Can you assume that I know absolutely nothing about anything you're about to say and explain?
So like, which part? The open source support contracts?
Wait, so
open source
lobbying, like I don't know what that means.
So like, imagine if you're a company and you're using React and you're like, God damn it, this isn't working for some damn reason. I need to get this PR going and like fix this bug, and nobody's fixing it for me. Why? Right? What we do is, since we work with so many core contributors, we'll have somebody go in and like create the PR or help like talk to the people, code review it so that something can actually get merged. So we can sort of like unblock companies who are using open source.
That's really cool. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's pretty awesome.
hold on. What is the difference between this.labs and this.media? I've always wondered this.
Yeah, media is just like the stuff that we do for the community, right? It's just all the like the fun stuff we do.
Okay.
And then labs is how we actually support media. So that's the consulting and that type of stuff.
Okay. And so that's why labs will help companies go lobby.
Right, exactly.
Open source. And then you also said open source, what about
support contracts. So like if somebody really needs, just to talk to somebody, like they have a team of, 100, 200, even sometimes 2 people, and they just need that support on an ongoing basis, like on, React or architecture or like whatever like that, then we do things like that.
How did you come up, because like one of the things that you have in your profile is like on your website, I think, is like serial entrepreneur. Like how did you come up with this idea, and then how did you come up with the last one? Because I'm pretty interested in hearing about the last one too.
Yeah, I think like there's certain people in life, I think, that just like, so for me, like I remember when I was 18, I sat in bed one day and I went to a jewelry show, got a bunch of gems.
Okay.
And then I sat in bed the entire weekend and made like tons of jewelry.
Okay.
So that was my first business. I started a jewelry business. Right? So like that's kind of the same thing. Like my other, successful company, Dishcrawl, that I sold about 2 years ago. It was a tech startup. We took people on food adventures. But like the way that started,
say it again?
We took people on food adventures.
Okay.
So like a pub crawl but with food. That's how it started. Right? Yeah, it's really fun.
I wish I knew about this before. Is this still called Dishcrawl right now, or?
Yeah, so I sold it to a company, and then like 6 months after I sold it, that company shut down. So life is awesome, because whatever, but yes. So we sort of killed the baby.
Oh, no.
That's okay. But whatever. I mean, startup is startup. I already moved on. I was like, I'm done. I want to do this JavaScript thing.
Did you have a good, nice break after that? Or like, did you move on to the next one?
Well, my break was learning JavaScript.
I was
like, oh, I have time now. Like, I'm just going to spend 3 weeks learning how to code.
Okay.
Right? And then so I did. And then, like, all of a sudden I had all these JavaScript people around me. Actually, I think it was the other way around. I had a ton of JavaScript people around me. Then I was like, well, I should probably learn how to code. And then, like, all of a sudden, and then I started speaking about it, and giving a lot of talks, and really enjoying that. And then, development code in general is sort of like my way of taking a break from life, right? Like, I'm good at doing other things. And so, yeah, I think, like, a year ago, I was just like, well, we should probably start a company, since, like, all my friends are, these people, and we could probably, like, do something interesting.
Yeah. How did you meet, like, Ben and Jay and...
Yeah. So I started throwing these JavaScript events, meetups, Modern Web.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
wait,
like,
and that
that's
has
how
nothing
I met.
to do with Dishcrawl.
No, I was just like, oh, okay, I could throw JavaScript events.
And that was during Dishcrawl or
Yeah,
after?
that was during. It was during, yeah. So,
okay,
I'll be honest, I was doing it because my boyfriend was writing JavaScript, even though I hate to bring him up. My ex-boyfriend was writing JavaScript, and he's like looking at all these people in JavaScript and thinking they were like such gods,
Oh.
you know? And I was like, what? These are just people on Twitter. I don't know what you're talking about,
Uh-huh.
you know? And then he like wanted, you know, I loved him, so I wanted, like, he wanted to get more involved in the community. So I was just like, well, why don't you just throw a meetup? So I started throwing the meetups for him out of my love.
Oh.
And then like that's how I met all my JavaScript friends. And then a few months later I was like, okay, fuck it. Like I'll learn JavaScript. So
Got it.
yeah. Boys, you know, they just they lead you to different places.
I actually don't know if I've heard stories where they have led you to so many places. Because one also led you to where you currently live.
I know.
Yeah.
It's very true. But he is no more.
But
And
then now you have your...
I kept Raleigh.
And then now you have your...
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all good. Life all works out.
I know.
Yeah.
I just man hop through my adventures.
Wait, okay, so there was dish crawl.
That sounds really bad. I probably shouldn't say that on the internet.
That's okay. I think it's because it's like nobody's awake at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody on the West Coast is awake on this time, and then East Coast is like barely awake. So then we don't like actually have that many viewers. So it's all good. We can just talk about whatever we want.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Wait, is he like? What did Ben say? So this is why my weekly meeting with Tracy was magically removed from my calendar.
You can tell him that he can join us.
I know.
Join us.
Yeah, join us.
Join us.
Join us, damn it. I think is the proper terminology.
Oh yeah.
And then let's go ahead and take a picture for him too. Well, let's take a front like a. Let's see. Okay.
Wait.
We have to be like Ben. We're disappointed.
Wait, like that?
There we go. That's a good one.
Actually, you know what? So you do so many things, and then what's incredible to me is that like you started coding like 2 years ago.
Maybe it was 3 years ago.
Either way, it's incredible.
Life is long.
And then now you contribute to an open source project.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
So crazy.
That blows my mind. I think the thing that I really admire about you and respect about you is that you don't care about figurative borders. Like people like your ex is like, oh, these are gods and I don't want to approach them, or because some people are like, oh, open source projects mean that you have to be like, you know,
the best,
the wizard at everything to like go in and must have like 10 plus years of experience and like know exactly what you're doing. No, you're just like, I want to do it and I'm gonna go do it. Right.
Yeah. I mean, the way I got involved in RxJS was mainly because like Ben and Jay were talking about it. Ben's always overwhelmed, and I'm like, God, I hate the docs. So I was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna start getting involved, right? So I started going to the different meetings, and then I was just like, I'm just gonna get this done, right? And so I set it up, and I think that's like, I'm actually gonna give a talk about this, and I haven't figured out exactly what I'm gonna talk about yet, or how I'm gonna structure it, but like, I love this idea that like, people look at open source and they think, oh, these are the like most heavily technical people. But like, I swear to God, I feel like I'm just a project manager. I'm just like, all right, guys, like, let's get I sort of like go there, help, encourage, like build a community, like almost community manage in a little bit, right? And just make sure that like things are getting done. Okay. So I used to contribute, and like lately, since I've been so busy, I just haven't. And also, like a lot of the code has just gone away from me. Like, so YOLO. I mean, it makes me feel like crap sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not worthy, but
because of
just because like sometimes like, I mean, I don't write tests for my code. I'm sorry, I just don't. Like, I'm not building production apps.
No. This was because I don't write tests for my code either.
Oh, good. Yeah. We're not test writers.
And like whenever like real engineers,
exactly.
are like, oh yeah, so like I was like making a proposal. So I was making a proposal up until like, you know, like 20 minutes ago, right? And I'm working with someone that's like a UI engineer, and he's like budgeting testing into it, and I was like, whoa. Professionals. I'm just crap at writing tests.
Right. And I think that's okay. Like, you have to be comfortable in your own skin. I mean, you know.
I think it's also that, like, I I feel like it also assumes a well-roundedness that's really hard to achieve, if that makes sense. Like, if you want somebody to be like, super great at like writing a, architecture or something, and then like super great at implementing this and then implementing that, and they also are like super great at build systems and writing for tests, and like I feel like maybe this is just me trying to make myself feel better, but like I feel like front end these days like requires so many skills that you just can't possibly expect one person to have.
No.
That's me trying to make myself feel better.
I mean, but I think it's true. Right? Like, what do you do? I mean, you can only do so much in life. Like that burnout thing, you know? It's just like, if you do what you're passionate about, like, for example, I hate doing paperwork.
Okay.
Like, it will take
Does anybody like doing paperwork?
I mean, some people love doing paperwork. My fiance really loves.
Like, what kind of paperwork? Because
like, he was
I need to find people like that in my life.
Oh my God. He was, so for me to do my taxes, I have to block out an entire week of doing nothing.
Okay.
Not because my taxes take an entire week, but because I have to take 3 days to have like panic attacks about doing my taxes, a day to do it, half a day to be traumatized, and maybe another day to finish it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a process, right? A lot of it is just me laying down, just being like, ugh, I don't want to do this,
That's me whenever I don't want to code. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he took he took all my stuff. Just like, give me all your logins. I was like, whatever. And he was like excited every single night after work to like reconcile my credit card.
Wow.
Right?
Wait, reconcile your credit card with your taxes.
So I could do my taxes, yeah.
Wow.
Right? I know. Weird and awesome.
Yeah. Keeper.
That's
a keeper.
That's not me. Yeah.
He's a keeper.
Only to do my taxes. He won't ever listen to this, so it's fine.
Wait. Let's see. Okay, we're so good.
I know. Nobody's talking to us. I'm so sad.
No, me too.
I'm actually not that sad.
Well,
I like talking to you.
Me too. Well, I do have to apologize that this is I was hoping for more.
No,
but
that's okay.
Either way.
What's the URL for Ben to join us?
Oh, twitch.tv/my handle. SXYW.
twitch.tv/SXYWU.
Wait, shouldn't it be already in my
I don't know. Ben's not the smartest brick on the block.
Oh,
the brick on the block.
Brick
No,
on the
I'm
block.
just kidding.
I got to hang out with him once. That was the one successful time we got to hang out, and we went to MoMA, and that was really, really fun. And I found out that he studied art, and then we talked about art. More like he explained art to me, and then and then I was like, yes, I see that too.
He's like really good about those things. He's actually an artist, right?
Yeah.
So have you seen him draw before?
Yeah.
So good.
After we went to MoMA, we went to like Samovar to chill. And stuff,
oh yeah,
and he was drawing.
Yeah,
and he's incredible. Yeah.
He really is.
Yeah. And I wanted to go to MoMA with him again, but he's like too busy. Yeah.
Stupid releases. He's releasing Angular. He's helping release Angular 6 right now.
Oh.
And then he's like trying to do all the ArcGIS 6 stuff, and there's like a lot of bugs.
Oh crap! Wait.
Because not bugs in Arcs, but just like it's interesting because ArcGIS is a first-class citizen in Angular. So basically, what happens is like now he's able to see all these bugs that he previously did not see, or didn't have as much exposure to, right?
Yeah.
And so now he's like, oh, there's all these bugs, and he's been really busy doing that.
Oh.
Plus, he has 3 kids.
Yeah, I feel like kids are.
Plus, he has me as a child. So.
Can I also be an adopted child? Is that too much for him to
Yeah.
handle?
He'll be like, sure. And then he'll just not spend time with any of us.
Please take me to
Exactly. He will. He'll like get in. He'll like stick us in his minivan and just.
We took his minivan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like me and him and Jay and Susie and Sam, and we all just got in his minivan and went to MoMA. It was a great day.
Yeah, I mean, Jay is also his child.
Oh, and
we're all Ben's children.
Wait, does he have Does he get his work time to also work on Angular?
So not before, which is also why he was super busy.
Okay.
But like now he works on ArcGIS full time.
Oh,
But that was just
great.
like 2 weeks ago or a week ago even.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
okay.
it's like really recent. Oh, I should probably retweet that you said we were hanging out. Ta-da! Okay, there we go.
Yay!
Join us! Oh, live stream buffer ran out of space.
Oh. Oh no. That's for something.
That's for
else,
React Amsterdam.
Yeah. Oh wait. Okay. So, there were no set questions, but a few things I wanted to talk to you about. And
Yeah, for sure.
One of the things was just I just wanted to understand who you were because like you just like on the internet just seems to be like doing all these different things.
Yeah, it's weird that way.
Yeah. So you through Modern Web is that so? Is somebody else taking care of that?
No, actually, so I just started growing the team.
Mm-hmm.
So this year, I'm really passionate about building brands.
Okay.
And so, like, this is why I really loved building my first company, right? Because I like building consumer brands.
Mm-hmm. That's the dish crawl.
That's dish crawl.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, screw this crap. You know, after doing it for 8 years, you're kind of like, okay, I'm done.
It was 8 years?
8 years. Can you believe it?
Holy crap.
Yeah. They always say, like, oh, we'll do a tech startup for 2 years. It
8
takes
years.
a long
Wait,
time.
Hold on. Let me
Yeah.
like tangent
Mm-hmm.
a little bit. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
why did you start dish crawl and like, yeah.
I think I always start things because I want to help people.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, I wanted to build an application for some reason. I don't know why. I had friends who wanted to do a startup, so I was like, okay, let's do a startup. We were trying to market this app that was like taking pictures of food and then winning points in real life, right?
Okay.
So, but the technology wasn't there.
Winning points in real life.
Like, imagine if you could just like go to a restaurant and eat different dishes, and then you get like $50 after you go complete like an adventure in Amsterdam, and you take a picture of all the dishes.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
Or you're like finding all the dishes so you can take yourself on your own little food adventure,
That's cool.
right?
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
So like that's what we're trying to do, but like we just weren't. I mean, this was back in like 2008.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like
Yeah.
it just wasn't there.
I was a baby.
Technology just wasn't there. Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on in the world. I had just entered college.
Yeah. But then like, you know, I threw this event at a conference I was speaking at. It was a food crawl, right? Because it was this idea. I was trying to promote this idea of in real life you can go try different dishes at different restaurants. And it was so successful. It got covered on NBCLA. It got covered on some other like blogs and whatever. Foodie TV, I think it was as well. And then I was just like, oh my god, this totally works. And so then I started doing these dish crawls to promote this app we were building. And then finally, like a year later, I was like, YOLO, we're just doing these events. And then, you know, that's how the company grew.
Wow.
Right, yeah. But then I got sick of it. Like, I mean, not sick of it, but just like, you do something for so long and you get kind of bored.
Yeah.
And it wasn't challenging anymore. So when I got into development, I was like, yeah, this is hard. Right? Like, it hurts. You know, it feels good, right?
This is such a masochistic thing.
But it's true, right?
Yeah, no, I
You're like,
understand.
I'm learning things.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Like, when you were doing that thing today and you were like, graphing the line and you were like, line equals whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I could get that.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah. Oh,
You know?
I live coded. I live coded today.
Yeah. And it was amazing.
Thank you.
It was really good. Yeah.
It was because I was lazy. I didn't want to like make slides, so I was like,
No, you gotta make slides because the internet got out.
oh no.
Last night.
It was I made this decision like yesterday morning because
Okay.
I like finished the demo and I was like, I can either like copy and paste snippets of the code into my slides and then format it and like make sure that it like shows up in a nice chronological order, or I can just live code it.
Yeah.
Like,
It was way better to live code. It was way better to live code. I totally
Thank you.
appreciate it, yeah. But anyways, so then I got bored, and then I was like, I don't remember why we started. I think we were talking about developer relations. So, like, then I was just like, okay, I'm just going to code all the time. Like, I don't want to do marketing. I'm not going to do it, whatever. But I was doing
still a
modern
dish
web.
crawl.
No, this was like after I sold the company and I was getting into JavaScript.
Okay.
And I was like doing things for friends. Like I was doing a little bit of brand building for friends.
Mm-hmm.
But just because like I'm like, whatever, I like you, I'll do you a favor, like I'll do some consulting. Right? And then now this year I'm like, okay, you know, we've built a good company, things are awesome. I've taken like, you know, a year and a half or 2 maybe off of brand building, like as a full-time thing. And also I built this thought as a brand. And I'm like, okay, now let's do it, right? So now we're doing developer relations and
Yeah, you were saying that like you were starting to like help with community events for like companies and stuff? For,
like developer relations in general.
Okay.
So not events specifically, but just community relations. And we're doing it for Node Foundation, which I'm super stoked about.
That is super cool. Like what kind of what would Debra entail for Node Foundation? Wait, are you not allowed to say?
No, I mean I think it varies, but like the whole idea behind why Mark Hinkle, who's the executive director, wanted us to get involved, or somebody to get involved, is because he so like he's really passionate about the community, and the community wants a bunch of different things, right?
The node community,
right? So like, if the node community is saying I want things, and there's not somebody there to catch the things and help do the things,
got it.
then like nobody ever feels like, you know,
Like
so
they're
there's
listening. Yeah.
right, exactly. So I love it because like when people are like, oh, I want to do this, I'm like, all right,
Because
here's a project
people.
plan. Yeah, exactly. And then like now we can actually like, hopefully, we just started doing it, but like hopefully we can just like help develop programs that are really amazing, so that the Node Foundation in general can start supporting the community a little bit better.
Oh,
that type of
cool.
stuff.
So like you're like helping them build the runway, and then eventually they'll like go off on their own, like that.
Unlikely.
So they'll just be with you forever.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
It's a lot of work. I mean, the Node Foundation is very the Node ecosystem in general is so big, and it's so organized.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's a lot of meetings. Like,
really?
Oh yeah. Like, I mean, you can go online, you can see them. There's like community. It's called ComCom. I don't know what it is.
That's so cute.
It's a community meeting.
ComCom.
Yes. Community something meeting. Community committee. ComCom.
Wow.
Okay. And then you have like the technical steering committee, and then you have like all these subcommittees. Like there's a lot of stuff happening with Node.
And then they just have corporate sponsorships, or because like they're a non-profit organization, right?
Yeah, so they I mean you can basically become a member of the Node Foundation, and then you get different things. So like Google is, a lot of really large companies are.
Makes sense, yeah.
And that helps support the ecosystem, right? Make sure that the ecosystem is alive, and that's like that money is used to help support all the other things. Like I know that there's a diversity initiative, for example, that they want to start. Or, you know, there's a few things that are starting, but they're trying to, like, do more things related to diversity. Mm-hmm. So, like, how do you support that? Or, like, how do you have, like, Node...
Diversity as in, like, bringing people on to Node? Or... And actually, let me pause that thought, because we are getting... So, Dr. Lurkenstein...
Oh, hey!
Hello!
There's Tierney.
Tierney?
That's Bit and Bang.
Bit and Bang? Wait, who's Tierney?
Tierney, he's the... lead for the community the ComCom. ComCom meeting.
Wait,
he works for NodeSource too.
That's cool. So Debra, Node.js and Foundation, 33 Node.js meetings this month. That is incredible.
And that's just for that's not even all of them.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And actually, Dr. Lurkenstein asked a question. And, hey, can you repeat what is the open source project you contribute to?
Oh, RxJS.
Cool. And then, okay.
I've done some PRs and other things, but they're meaningless. I was just like, let's see if I can do PR in Ember. Yes.
You can.
Edit the docs. Yeah, I'll do things like that.
I actually have never done a PR to any open source project. Yeah. Mostly, I'm just like, I might use these. I might not contributed back.
It's okay. You make beautiful things. Like, not everybody can say that.
Oh.
Hey, Ben.
Ooh, Ben's in here.
Aw, thanks, Ben.
Ben says Tracy's contributions are not meaningless. Oh, and I read out these comments because I then put this, archive it on YouTube. So, here, sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, Shirley, hello. Just a question which you can answer later. Have you put all your D3 React videos on YouTube? Do you mean like my talks or my live streams? My live streams are all now on my YouTube, and then I guess I should link all my React and D3 talks to my YouTube.
Dude, it's like a mechanic's car is always broken.
What?
You know that thing, a mechanic's car is always broken? So, do you ever, when do you have time to, update all the things?
Oh, I've never heard that, but that makes a lot of sense, yeah. And then, I feel like, Tracy, you're just being, way too modest, because, let's see, Kenya is saying, Tracy is talking about Debra working with no foundation, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And then Bitming says, yes. And she also does Debra for other things as well. And then Ben, has a heart sign. And Ben says, Shirley, when are we going to get some streaming data going for your database with RxJS? I'll pair with you. I would love that.
Ben, we were just talking about you adopting another child.
Oh yeah. Can you adopt me as a child, and then can you just get all of us to MoMA again?
Yeah,
that's all I want.
In your van.
In your van. Wait, if you just say in your van without context, that sounds really shady.
In your minivan.
Can you pick me up in your mini? I almost said, can you pick me up in your minivan and then take me to MoMA? And then that just sounds way too creepy out of context.
Bring candy.
Yes, I would love to work on streaming data. Actually, so this is interesting. So, I haven't quite looked into ArcGIS yet, but my friend Tony Chu, who I don't know if you've ever seen the scrollable visualization. That's like a visual introduction to machine learning.
Okay.
To D3.
Okay.
And so he's eventually going to come out with part 2 for that, and he was interested in using RxJS to manage the scroll, because his scrollables trigger animations of the visualizations as the user goes down. So he wanted to use RxJS to manage that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, when I look at D3 code, I'm like, oh, it's so declarative. You're just chaining things together. It feels so good and familiar because RxJS is very much like that.
Really?
Yeah. If you ever look at it, right, you're just blah, 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 switch map to filter this with a switch map this or filter this or whatever. So as you read it, because both of them are very declarative in nature, you're just gonna feel
at home.
Yeah, you're gonna feel comfortable.
Actually, Ben, I would please pair with me, because I started reading this documentation, or not documentation, this write up about reactive programming, not RxJS, because I was like, okay, I'll read up on reactive programming and then I'll read into RxJS, and then I'm halfway through, and I'm I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what it's talking about. So please pair with me.
Well, I think also just D3 in itself, a lot of, it is reactive because you're just saying what you want it to happen. Right? You're not being okay, at this point in time, this dot is going to go right here, right? This value is going to be right here, right? So because that idea, that's kind of what ArcGIS does, right? You're not actually saying this value is this at this time or whatever. You're just using operators to say okay, process values through this chain of operators. Let's say. Did I say that right, Ben? Did I say that right? Oh my God, Matthias's. So you should read Ben's little thing about Matthias.
Okay, so Ben says Matthias here on the Angular team is working on a non-Angular specific RxJS-based animations library. I think will be great for database. Yes. I don't know why.
Stuff is awesome.
Okay.
Matthias's stuff is amazing. Which, by the way, Ben, this whole my schedule is pretty open is bullshit.
We were just talking about how busy you were.
Yeah, there's no open schedule.
I also Ben says, haha, sure, one more girl, I wouldn't even notice. I don't know how I feel about that. Ooh, Robert. Monfera is Robert. I don't know if you.
I don't know Monfera. Maybe I know him on Twitter.
So he's, I think just Monfera on Twitter too. He
Yeah.
He does a lot of data visualizations also.
Oh, cool.
So wait, hold on. Ben says, Shirley, happy to pair. We just need to think of a project and get together. I agree.
Yeah, right.
My schedule is pretty open. And then Ben says, Tracy, yes. Ben says, after NGConf is, I guess, what he means.
Rolling the eyes.
Tracy says, or Robert says, Tracy speaks the truth. FRP inspired stuff is awesome.
Functional
FRP.
reactive programming.
Okay. Thank you. I was like, what does FRP mean? We've caught up to the chat. And then,
yay.
And then I made you put a thought on pause, and now I can't remember the thought. Do you remember the thought?
No.
Okay. Do you want to just move on to something
Yeah,
else?
let's move on to something
Yeah,
else.
there's actually like a lot of noise going on in the background, and I have no idea what's going on.
There's talks going on in the background.
Wait, is it that like the talks have finished, or
No.
I thought at
Talks
5?
don't finish for like 15 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Oh no.
Well, we kind of have to go in like 12 minutes. Any tips
Okay.
on how to sell reactive programming at shops where it might not be?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Okay, so like I like to be super thought leadery and be like, hey, if you write everything in RxJS and all your business logic is in RxJS, then life is awesome because, like, you know, you don't have a lot of framework specific code, right?
Okay.
So you can literally just like copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So I spend a lot of my time copy pasting.
Wait, I don't think I fully understood that just now.
So like, I think it's very similar to like D3, right?
Okay.
So like with D3 in Angular or D3 in Vue or D3 in React, have you ever just like copy pasted all your D3 code and just dumped it into other places because it's not dependent on the framework or library?
Oh, you mean like I wrote like a D3 code that I could just dump into Angular or into Vue or into React?
Right, because all the logic is written in D3.
Yeah.
So like that's the beauty. That's awesome because like that's kind of why I like playing with RxJS.
Okay.
Because you can do that.
Okay.
And like that's also really awesome for D3, right? Because you can just copy paste it into another project and it's completely fine. Whereas like if you're writing all your logic in Angular or in React,
I see.
then it takes a lot more to have to refactor that and you know, figure all that stuff out.
I see. Wait, okay, so I just realized, can you just give me like a really, really, really dumbed down version of what reactive programming and RxJS does?
Yeah. Well, like which part? So like reactive programming in general, it's just this paradigm and it's just like this name that we've given for this pattern of declaratively reacting to like...
So all I've gotten out of the half of the document I've read is that it's a stream of events.
For RxJS. What's RxJS?
Okay, yeah. How about just RxJS? Yeah.
So like RxJS, it's so funny because I don't think Ben has ever like heard me talk about RxJS on my own, unscripted.
And Bit and Bang says the noise isn't overwhelming, can hear it, but can hear you all fine. So
Yeah.
glad. Yeah,
Okay,
I was a little bit worried about the venue, about like
Yeah.
whether or not, and like whether or not we'd be too like loud for other people. But like I think we've also just kind of
scared them all
chased
away. We scared them all away with our girl talk.
Yeah.
So like RxJS, so basically it's a no, that's okay. So I don't know why I'm blanking right now, but there's a ship going by. Sorry, I'm like, oh, look at the ship.
There's a lot of it's gorgeous out there actually. Like
It is
it's
really
it's
nice.
a canal. Wait, is it a canal or like some? But yeah, it's a gorgeous view.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Sorry.
tell me anything.
So, oh my god. So like observables are basically just functions in JavaScript, right?
Okay.
Like so, you don't like observables don't do anything until you subscribe to them, and just like functions don't do anything until you subscribe to them, right?
Yeah.
And
Until
so, like,
I call them and pass them.
until you call them, right? Exactly. Sorry. You know, RxJS, it's a domain-specific language that sits on top of JavaScript.
Okay.
So this is kind of why like it's so awesome to just write stuff in Rx and then dump it into other applications.
I'm gonna scoot it even closer to you just in case. And
It
Ben
sucks, Ben. I'm doing such like a bad. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
No, this is great. You're teaching me, and I knew nothing. Yeah.
So like So ArcGIS is really good for things like, actually Ben and I did this thing where we tried to create an animation using ArcGIS, which I didn't really understand what the hell was going on, I'll be quite honest. I just let him like do it, you know, but I mean, it was kind of interesting at the time.
Okay.
What else have we done? Like doing things like HTTP or clicking it up to click events or something like that, or like being able to handle anything asynchronous within your application. Like that type of stuff is stuff that you can really utilize ArcGIS.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But like, you know, I mean, you could argue that like maybe it's a good idea to turn, you know, almost everything within an application into an observable, because, you know, then you can use it later and like you can use operator. So if everything's an observable, so there's like two concepts in ArcGIS. There's an observable and then there's an observer.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So observables have like the data, and then observers are the things that like
subscribe to it.
Exactly. Okay. Right? So like if you create everything to be an observable, then you can do all the things with it. So it's like this idea of treating everything in your application,
every
as
action, every event.
Like treating everything in your app as a set of events.
Okay. I see.
Right? So like if you do that, then all of a sudden you can like map things and query them and filter them and pass different parameters, you know?
I got you. Okay, I think it's all clicking, and that's what. So first of all, that's why you're saying like, if you have all of these, if you think of everything in your application as events or
as a set of values,
a set of things,
a set of things, basically,
then that's why you can put it into like it's framework agnostic. You can put it into React or into Vue or Angular. It doesn't like it will work the same. And second of all, it just clicked for me because like I remember seeing this like the stream of events, and then there's also like the functionality of being able to filter and map on them. But, like for some reason, you just made it click for me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, thank you.
We should like laughing and Ben listening to me like on the fly trying to figure out RxJS.
The Ben says you did great, and Ben also says you're doing great.
Shut up, guys. Shut up.
So let's actually wrap it up because
I know we have to go.
Well, that and also it's getting incredibly loud out there. Yeah. Oh, actually,
you can show people.
Yeah, I think it's that the talks have finished. So this is what now it feels like. What 1,200 people slowly streaming into the chill area looks like, and we're gonna wrap it up soon. But what I want to actually say is what you mentioned just now about Girl Talk. And I actually, so one of the reasons why I'm really excited many reasons I'm excited to talk to you, but one of the reasons is like last summer when I first started doing like ShirleyChats, I actually started it on Twitter, on Periscope, and they didn't have any moderations. They didn't, actually Robert, if he's still here, he actually helped me out with this, but I got a lot of trolls when I was doing a Shirley chat with Susie.
Right.
Lame.
Lame.
Yeah, and they were like typical internet trolls too. They were like coming in and they saw two girls and like it was completely out of context.
Like, you're cute.
Well, they were like, oh, when are you gonna take off your clothes? When are you gonna start making out with each other? Like, yeah, like, are you lesbians? It's kind of things like that.
Teach me D3.
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious.
So like, and that was because like people were just finding us from the main page and they could be anybody. Whereas on Twitch, it's really nice because I have it set to be very specifically programming and creative.
Oh, that's
programming.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody that finds me is like specifically to do with programming.
Right.
But ever since that experience, I've been like, I'm gonna try and get as many awesome women as I can to come on and like talk not only about but to talk first of all about all of the awesome technical things that we do and that we create, but not only that, but like talk about that and also be able to talk about like things like boys or like the dress that you're wearing is gorgeous,
which is from Francesca's, if y'all can see it.
Yeah, or like
Francesca swag.
Yeah.
Your outfit is super cute too.
And
how do you even wash it, by the way? Like, do you just wash it and dry it,
you
or
put it into a net?
Okay, but do you dry it?
And then you hang dry.
Oh, you hang dry. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so lazy with nets.
And then conversations like this,
Yeah.
like just being able to do the technical, but also being able to talk about like feminine business. That's what makes me happy.
Well, yeah, like guys, for example, or I was talking to some guys and they were like, I was like, wow, I had so many amazing talks at NG Atlanta about fashion. right? Because all the girls are so fashionable.
Oh.
And like I was having a great time,
I didn't
and
know
then
that. Okay.
yeah, and then somebody was like, should have been talking about tech at a tech conference, right?
Yeah.
But it's like
That's not the only part of our lives.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing that like I want to. That's what makes me happy. Ben says, Shirley, I would like a review of the art museums in Amsterdam as I've never been.
well, Ben, Mr. I have so much time in my schedule. Okay, you could have come to React Amsterdam, but you were too busy for us.
Do you want to
Come say hi. Come say hi.
This is a live stream. Do you want to say hi? Yeah,
If you come say hi, you have to tell us where your outfit's from.
Ben, I actually haven't gotten to go to any of the art museums in Amsterdam. I've been here for a week, and I've been at Nadi's working the whole time because we have something we're working on. Ben says, I have time after release.
Okay, Ben.
And then
We're going to increase our pairing sessions to 3 hours a week.
Jesus freaking Christ, that's nuts. I'm guessing that's in response to the trolls, I'm guessing.
Maybe. Or the fact that Ben's saying he has time in his schedule.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably
It's
like,
probably
yeah,
her.
right, Ben. I don't believe you.
I can't tell you about the art museums in Amsterdam, but I can tell you about the art museums in Tokyo.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been trying to go to
What?
Oh, it's a live stream.
4:52. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, come say hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. So just,
I don't know what to say.
that's okay. We're actually wrapping it up. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining me, like, impromptu. And thank you, because I know you were saying that you were, like, super busy and, like, overwhelmed, and, like, so thank you for taking the time also.
Oh, yeah. Totally. Well, thank you, too.
Yeah, of course.
But, I mean, actually, I'll leave it with one thing is that actually really emphasize this in my talk today. Like, you know, open source and development in general is, like, you wonder, like, when you stop and you're overwhelmed and stressed out, right? Like, do you ever wonder, like, why am I doing this again?
Yeah.
Like, what exactly am I doing with my life? But what keeps me motivated is the people, right?
Yeah.
Like, if I didn't have Ben and Jay, I would not be doing this. I'd be like, screw everything. I hate my life. This is terrible. Tierney, I mean, probably I'm going to be like, oh my God, what is this note stuff? But I love Tierney. I'm sticking with it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't feel that way about Node anything. But, you know, like, when you get down and discouraged, if you have amazing people around you, like, that's what keeps you motivated. So I'm so happy to have met you, too, because now I'm like, oh my God, D3, let's do it, you know?
Yeah, anytime.
Cool. Yeah, we'll have to all, like, triple do a pairing session.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, with Ben, who has, like, so
All
much
the time in the
this
world.
life.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining, and thank you so much for hi person. Ben says hi person in the background. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and also for asking questions or just like chatting with us in the chat. Thank you for making it fun, and I will see you next time. I don't have an outro. So.
Okay. Bye.